Okay, so now we're going to discuss the final main point of our trip, which is Pyatigorsk. Pyatigorsk is larger than Kislovodsk, where I was before, home to Solzhenitsyn. Pyatigorsk is more urban, a little bit less maybe beautiful, one might argue. Kislovodsk is really kind of just is a true spa town, and Pyatigorsk has that aspect, and it has its history, definitely, but has less of a resort town vibe. So this is on the main street, and I can just about read it. It says, "Вчера я приехал в Пятигорск. Печорин, давно ли здесь?" Which basically just means some character in A Hero of Our Time arrived in Pyatigorsk yesterday and says to Pechorin, "Have you been here long?" So he's obviously surprised to see Pechorin, and that's that. So the first of many monuments. Let's keep it going.
I see Pyatigorsk. This looks like a park.
Okay, or this could be like the villa, or sorry, like the sort of path, right? Are these Pyatigorsk signages? Because I can't see.
It's like half of an arch.
Okay, with the name in several places.
Yes.
All right. Can we pause it?
What do you mean?
Can you pause our recording?
I'll just cut it out later. What's the problem?
Nothing. It's just like I don't have the picture, so I want to be able to look at the damn picture.
It'll appear soon.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I don't feel confident enough, so I at least I want to have them up. Okay, now I opened them up on my Google. I just didn't have even a way of referencing it, so now I can look. Okay. Yeah, so this is a famous historical walkway in the center of the town. Probably the most beautiful area, and again, this would have been a street that people have been walking down since pre-revolution.
Mm-hmm.
We can keep going.
This is a Lermontov cup.
Okay. Yep. It is a Lermontov cup indeed, giving you that local flavor. Let's move on.
Is this a paper cup?
It is, yeah. I had a flat white in there, I believe.
Okay. And this looks like a Lermontov monument.
Okay, are we in the night scene? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the site. I wouldn't even say alleged site of the duel, because most historians have just kind of accepted that we don't know exactly where it took place. So I would say just the place they decided to make a monument to the duel site and to his lasting legacy. It's kind of a place of pilgrimage for many Russians. You can see the dates of his life there, 1814 to 1841. And I do have a little bit of interesting stuff that I came across that I want to just briefly read from here. And this was from a man who became fascinated with Lermontov and with this book. So sit back for a second and enjoy my reading. Mikhail Lermontov's A Hero of Our Time, a novel which has at its dark core Gregory Pechorin, a character who, if he has been met, will be remembered as a cynical, alluring, at times sadistic, young cavalry officer. The novel's climax is a duel, as celebrated as any in Russian literature, which of course bristles with them, like so many homicidal tennis matches. Lermontov's features Pechorin versus Grushnitsky. It occurs on a mountain pathway outside the Caucasian party town of Pyatigorsk. Grushnitsky is an acquaintance of Pechorin's, even a friend, but is viewed as a poser, a ridiculous half-baked Byron, who struts about the spa town with an affected limp in his soldier's greatcoat, letting it be understood that he is a nobleman demoted to the ranks. In fact, he isn't. Pechorin treats him with mockery and derision, and steals the heart of the woman with whom he is smitten. In the inevitable duel, Grushnitsky, via his seconds, dabbles in chicanery, involving the failure. Is that how you pronounce chicanery?
Mm-hmm.
Involving the failure to load Pechorin's gun. Chicanery, and is exposed. Pechorin kills him. And then I just want to add a little bit. Again, we're talking about how closely this mirrors his actual life. This becomes very strange when it is learnt that a year after his novel was published, Mikhail Lermontov, then Russia's greatest poet and a bad boy banished to the Caucasus, was himself killed in a duel fought outside Pyatigorsk with pistols for mocking the man it seems Grushnitsky was possibly modeled upon. They were old friends too. It goes without saying, a woman was involved. So, yeah, I thought
that's crazy.
Pretty interesting stuff. Yeah. And the last thing I want to read is in this actual fight with Lermontov, it says, it seems there was no expectation neither man would shoot at the other, but would fire into the air to save face, which is why what happened next evidently shocked Lermontov's friends. Without stepping forward, Lermontov raised his pistol to the sky, but turned to his audience and said so loudly that Martynov had to hear, "I have no intention of shooting at that idiot." And incensed, Martynov pulled the trigger. So, yeah. So he basically goaded him. And the last thing,
it's almost like he.
Yeah, go on.
Well, it's almost like he staged his own death, just as Mishima did.
Nice. And Tsar Nicholas I, when he heard of Lermontov's death, notoriously remarked, "A dog's death for a dog. He got what he deserved." So,